I have a real ear for the buzzwords and phrases and ideological shorthand that really shut people down, that just make them stop listening. One of the things that I've been trying to do, given how polarized I have found discourse to be, polarizing discourse, get away from gridlock and more towards solutions. I mean, I want there to be better discourse. Nobody is thrilled with the level of political discourse right now. Compromise towards solutions, very focused on actual solutions. Anti-corruption, healthcare, jobs, and education. People are having a hard time right now, and they need hardcore solutions. They need solutions. They need a government that's functional. They want more transparency and lack of corruption. That we can come up with certain solutions. We have to do better on messages that are anti-corruption. And we have to figure out how to talk and to come up with solutions. Huge focus on trying to tackle healthcare and education and jobs in ways that are more innovative. A very strong anti-corruption stance. And I think that's where we can also start to find common ground to talk about levels of corruption. I mean, there's a lot of Republicans who aren't thrilled with the level of discourse right now.
To move away from the more polarizing discourse.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. It's a much more solution-based conversation that need real solutions. And it doesn't come down to real solutions.
Well, it's also
nuts and bolts issues, and it was a very high level of discourse. We need people to be toughened on all sides of discourse. It's a tough time, and we need tough discourse. And you need to go in understanding that you might not have all the answers. It's respectful discourse.
Yeah, well, long-form discourse.
But the vast majority of people in America right now need real nuts and bolts solutions. Yeah. And they're sick of corruption.
Are willing to engage in serious discourse.
Who are willing to engage in reasonable discourse. Real solutions need to be offered. Again, anti-corruption, present a reasonable alternative of real solutions to them about real issues. Cleaning up our side of the aisle in a way that is accountable. It's absolutely unbelievable how, what I call the prison industrial complex.
So it'd be really interesting to see if we could have an intelligent political conversation that would concentrate on defining what the actual problems are. And it's not capitalism versus socialism.
And there's no actual motivation towards trying to come up with solutions to the vast majority of people who are dealing with real problems. Nuts and bolts discussions of what actually makes sense. Well, I mean, the first thing for me looking at the system is political corruption. More interested in furthering the big money donors over the interests of people, representing rich donors rather than average Americans. And for me, corruption in government's the top of the list here.
One of them would be this increase in political polarization.
That has to be the subject of complicated, in-depth conversations with people weighing in from a variety of different political views. It's so complicated. It's so complicated in ending of polarization and discourse.
Generate better dialogue.
Extremism, conversations that are solution geared, offering real solutions.
Yes, right.
Beholden to donors. And this is about actually starting to figure out solutions for people in terms of the level of discourse that we can have and the solutions that need to be offered. End polarizing discourse, raise the level of conversation that can be had for actual solutions that we need for actual people. And the sort of long-term aim for me is just to eliminate the levels of corruption in the government. I have a real ear for the buzzwords and phrases and ideological shorthand that really shut people down, that just make them stop listening.